During the Ming Dynasty, many concubines did not have a wealthy background. Many were from an ordinary family. Concubine Wang was one of them. She even gave birth to the first prince of the emperor. However, it only brought her the misfortune instead of honor. Concubine Wang was originally a lady-in-waiting of the Empress Dowager. She was born in the 44th years of Zetian reign of the Ming Dynasty. When she was young, her father passed the military examination and was awarded a junior officer position. In 1572, Emperor Wanli succeeded the throne at 10 years old. So in his early years, his mother served as the regent. When the emperor turned 16, the Empress Dowager started to plan his marriage and organized a concubine selection for the emperor. In order to prevent foreign relatives from interfering in politics, any girls ranging from 13 to 16 years old could participate in the selection, regardless of their status and wealth. Concubine Wang participated in the selection when she was 13 years old. Because of her beauty, she successfully passed the several rounds of the selection. Unfortunately, in the end, she did not enter the top 3. Her sister Wang Xi made through this rigorous process and was selected as the empress. The next 2 top candidates were named Concubine Zhao and Concubine Yi. Some unselected women were sent back to their hometowns. The more outstanding ones would stay in the palace to be a lady-in-waiting. Concubine Wang therefore became a lady-in-waiting to serve Empress Dowager Li, the mother of Emperor Wanli. She was quiet and diligent in her work. One day in the 9th year of Wanli reign, when Concubine Wang was cleaning the main hall, she stumbled upon Emperor Wanli. She panicked and knelt down. When the emperor saw her, he was attracted by her beauty. Concubine Wang was then favored by the emperor on that night. Afterwards, the emperor regretted and felt humiliated to have spent the night with a lady-in-waiting. According to the rule in the Ming Palace, after a woman was favored, she would be given a reward. However, Concubine Wang did not receive any. The emperor pretended nothing had happened. Concubine Wang also agreed to keep it secret. But soon she found out that she was pregnant. Initially, it did not draw anyone's attention, but when her belly began to swell, Empress Dowager Li noticed her pregnancy and asked what happened. She cried and told the Empress Dowager the truth. Fortunately, the Empress Dowager did not blame her. She even comforted her and exempted her from the daily cleaning work. One day, the Emperor came to visit the Empress Dowager. She asked the Emperor about the pregnancy of Concubine Wang. At first, the Emperor was reluctant to admit it. After, the Empress Dowager ordered to check the living notes, which detailedly recorded the daily life of the Emperor. She knew that the Emperor was lying. She said to the Emperor, "I'm old and have no grandson yet. If a lady gave birth to a boy, it would be a blessing to the country." Now the emperor had no way to deny it, so in 1582 he granted Wang a concubine title. 4 months later, Concubine Wang gave birth to a son, the future Emperor Taichang. She and her son were placed in the Qianlong Palace. It was the smallest palace and was in the far northeast corner of the Forbidden City. It was far away from where the emperor lived. Before Concubine Wang moved in, Qianlong Palace had not been used for many years. It was overgrown with weeds and looked like a cold palace. Ever since she moved in, Emperor Wanli seldom came to see her. Her son was also neglected by his father, even though he was his firstborn son. 2 years later, Concubine Wang was pregnant again. This time she gave birth to a daughter, but it still did not help her life. Since then, the emperor almost never saw her again. Concubine Wang was not treated like a concubine. During every festival, she did not receive any gift or reward. People in the palace looked down on her and insulted her. At that time, the emperor's favorite was concubine Zhang, who gave birth to his 3rd son. The emperor wanted to make her son the crown prince. But under the succession rule of the Ming Dynasty, the eldest son of the empress would become the crown prince. If the empress did not bear any princes, the eldest son of other concubines would inherit the throne. He should be the son of Concubine Wang. Therefore, the emperor's preference for his 3rd son was opposed by the ministers. The struggle had lasted for 15 years, and the relationship between the emperor and the minister deteriorated. The empress was very sympathetic about Concubine Wang, but she dared not speak for her in front of the emperor. so she told the Empress Dowager about the tragedy of Concubine Wang and her son. Empress Dowager Li took pity on her grandson and helped improve her palace life. After his son turned 10 years old, he had to separate from his mother and lived in another palace. Since then, the emperor did not allow him to see his mother, Concubine Wang. He even locked Concubine Wang's palace gate so that no one could enter it. The emperor did not assign a tutor to the son of Concubine Wang. He only began his education at the age of 13. In 1601, under the pressure from ministers and Empress Dowager, the emperor gave in and formally instated the son of Concubine Wang as the crown prince. In 1606, the crown prince had his first child, the future emperor Tianqi. The emperor was so glad. He suddenly remembered Concubine Wang, who had been neglected for many years, and promoted her to the imperial concubine. Although her status was elevated, Concubine Wang's living condition still did not improve. She was still unable to see her son. She missed him a lot, and it made her health worse. In the 39th year of Wanli's reign, Concubine Wang was seriously ill. Her son was worried and begged the emperor to let him visit her. The emperor agreed. He hurried to the Jingyang palace and found that the palace gate was locked and the keyhole was rusted because no one used it for many years. In desperation, he broke into the door. At that time, Concubine Wang was already blind because she was not taking good care when she was sick. She couldn't see her son, but could only touch his cheek. Soon after that, Concubine Wang passed away at 46 years old. After her death, the emperor did not take her funeral seriously. 10 months after her death, Concubine Wang was still not yet buried. Many ministers nursed a grievance against it. The emperor finally arranged a hasty burial for her. Her burial objects were silverware and silk fabrics. There was no gold or jewelry. In 1620, the emperor died. The son of Concubine Wang took the throne as Emperor Taichang, but after 1 month, he died of a strange illness. His son succeeded the throne as Emperor Tianqi. Emperor Tianqi named Concubine Wang as Empress Xiaojing posthumously and reburied her to be with her husband, Emperor Wanli. Concubine Wang had lived in the Forbidden City for 33 years and gave birth to a crown prince of the country. But to her, it was like 33 years of prisons and nightmare until her end came.